All right, everyone, we are live here on Wednesday, Driver Appreciation Week, streaming from the Phoenix Terminal. I'm here with Mark Deere
Good afternoon.
and Jordan Bean.
How you guys doing today?
So we're going to start with some housekeeping items. So just so you all know, we have lives every day this week, so you won't want to miss that. We also have a driver engagement survey going on. I don't know if you knew that, Mark.
I do. Yep.
But I know our leaders take that very seriously, and they really consider the responses that our drivers give on all of the surveys.
Yeah, we want to hear from our drivers. I mean, we can't make positive changes unless you let us know what you think. Your input is very important, and hey, let's make that happen.
Yeah, let's do it. So if you haven't taken the survey yet, please be sure to do that. It's on the portal. We've texted it to you, and it's also on the Point app. Last but not least, do not forget to get your driver gift. So every terminal has duffels for owners and company. All you need is to provide your driver code, and they'll give you a gift. And it's a pretty nice gift. We actually don't have one right now to show, but maybe we can have one later that we can show you all. And they're pretty sizable. They're pretty nice.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I've seen them. They're very nice. So
Yeah, you want to be sure to get one. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So Mark, while we have you,
yes.
why do you think it's important to celebrate drivers?
Well, let me kind of introduce myself first. Can we
Okay,
do that?
yeah, for sure.
All right. So I'm Mark Deere. I've been with Swift going on 22 years now. Currently, I have the privilege of leading Swift Dedicated and also being an advisor to our warehousing program as well. So, a lot going on in those two businesses. And, we're just very excited about the opportunity to be here today and share some of our insight that goes into Driver Appreciation Week. So, why do I want to celebrate this week? I'll tell you, it's interesting, and I know I've told this story before, but I have a history with Driver Appreciation Week, and it goes back to the mid-1990s. I'm kind of dating myself here, but I was on a committee for the American Trucking Associations in Washington, D.C., and we had a number of carrier representatives there, and we were talking about driver retention, and we were struggling a little bit as an industry, and we were trying to think of some ideas that we could do that would be unique and different for the trucking business. So one of the things that we were kind of envious of is a lot of other industries actually had weeks where they were recognized and they promoted that, and so we kind of tagged along that as well. And so I think the first Driver Appreciation Week was in 1998. And so in a few years, we'll be hitting 30 years. But, so it was relatively straightforward the first couple of years, but we got it going. And you see where we are today. And it's just impressive, all the work that goes into this. And we really want to celebrate our drivers, celebrate them for the great things that they do every day. I heard somebody say this morning, we try to celebrate our drivers on a daily basis, but unfortunately sometimes that's hard to do. And so this is one time during the year that we have a whole week that we can publicly celebrate the great job and that our drivers do as the backbone of our business.
So what you're saying is that you had a hand in creating Driver Appreciation Week.
I did. I had a voice in that, and I still to this day think it's a great event. And I like it a lot better in Phoenix when it was moved from August to September, because it's a heck of a lot cooler.
Absolutely.
And so I remember a lot of cookouts that were 115 degrees and a lot more over the grill. So, but today we're in an air-conditioned building here, and we're having a great time being able to spend time with our drivers.
Absolutely. So being kind of the head cheese of Dedicated, what's really what separates? I mean, obviously it's a critical part of our business. What's the difference with Dedicated and the other line of businesses?
Yeah, Dedicated gets a lot of publicity for some of the things that we do very well, but it's also a very, very challenging business for our drivers. So we're essentially the private fleet for our customers, and there's a lot of responsibility that goes with that. High expectations, almost flawless service, great customer service with their customers. And just an attention to detail that we don't see in the rest of the trucking business. So when we look at it internally and with our drivers, there's a lot more predictability. And they know where they're going to be on a regular basis. They know what their pay is going to look like. They know what their home time is going to be, and they know a lot of the factors that go with the job. Whereas some of our other lines of business within trucking don't have necessarily that consistency or predictability. So a lot of advantages to being in dedicated, but hey, it's not for everyone. It's very structured. We work days, nights, weekends, and holidays.
Yeah.
You know, whenever our customers want us to be there, you know, that's our job. So, you know, hey, our drivers in dedicated do a tremendous job. You know, we're known as a high service provider. You know, we work with some of the biggest company names in the Fortune 500, do a lot of retail business, and we're very proud of our segment and our ability to you know, provide that at Swift.
That is one of the incredible things when you look at our dedicated team. I mean, we have so many, we win awards, like you said, with some of the biggest companies out there. And to be able to be a company our size and have so many dedicated customers that we win awards year after year. And it really is great for driver appreciation. And as Mark said, we want to celebrate all year long. But, you know, really, we have some incredible customers too. And the way that we deliver service and the way that we can take care of our customers is really, I think, what gives us that benefit and that advantage kind of in the industry.
Yeah, and when you look at our customer base, to Joran's point, you know, hey, it's the who's who of shippers, and you know, many of our relationships go back multiple decades. So you know, we've been in the dedicated business a long time, and you know, a lot of our customers have been with us from the beginning. So always looking for new opportunities, and we'll talk a little bit about that too. But you know, hey, you have to earn your keep every day, and on every load, and you're only as good as your last delivery. So. Our drivers know that, and they take that to heart in their daily performance.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And you did touch on what makes customers happy, but do you want to talk a little bit more about that? So what are the top 3 things, let's say, that drivers need to keep in mind to make sure that customers are happy and that we keep that dedicated business?
Yeah, and I think the number one, and you can call it service, but it's you know, meeting our customer expectations. You know, they've hired us as their private fleet, and they want us to do what they're paying us to do. And so if we deliver on that and we do it at a high level, you know, that's probably the number one thing from a service standpoint. You know, certainly safety is very important. You know, a lot of times we're pulling our customer trailers, and we're a moving billboard for their company, and that can be both good or not so good if you're not safe. So, you know, safety is a huge priority for us as our number one focus, but also for our customers as well. And then, you know, just adding value to their supply chain. You know, what can Swift Dedicated do that they can't get from other folks to add value and help them, you know, drive efficiencies and reduce cost. So, you know, I'd say those are probably the top 3 if I had to think about that.
Those are pretty solid.
Fantastic,
Thank you.
fantastic. So with all that being said, and the vast dedicated industry, what does the next year look like?
Yeah, well, we're trying to finish this year first there, Rodman.
Right.
So, and I call him Rodman for a lot of different reasons, but I was saying.
Please say more.
Well, there were some drivers earlier that they were doing a trivia deal, and it had Joran's picture on there, and they said, "Who is this guy?" And I yelled out, "Rodman." And well, that's a long story, but anyway, you know, 25 has been a challenging year, just like 24 and 23 were. You know, hey, after the pandemic and things started to slow down, certainly our customers were having to make some tough decisions on what their fleet structure looked like. And you know, hey, we've taken some losses. You know, we've also won some new business, and we're battling through it. Had some success here recently in the third quarter on adding a few sizable fleets. So you know, hey, we're looking to finish the fourth quarter strong and carry that momentum into 26. You know, we certainly think 26 is kind of building up to be a better year for dedicated. You know, we have a lot of competition in the marketplace as the OTR market has slowed. You know, a lot of our competitors move more capacity into dedicated. So there's more players, there's more trucks and drivers involved. But, you know, hey, we're an industry leader. We're one of the top providers. And, you know, our customers are very supportive of that. And you know, we expect some better things in 26. And, you know, we'll have some more opportunities for our drivers to move into those dedicated roles.
Yeah, dedicated is definitely just a wonderful aspect of our business. And so, as Mark said, for decades we've been able to expand that, and it's really a great opportunity for a lot of our drivers to really get themselves into a position that's maybe a little different than over-the-road driving, and still meets their needs and lets them take care of their families.
Yeah, it's really a career path at Swift, and that's why I tell new folks when they come in and they train with us, and then they'll run an OTR for a year or two, and then, you know, hey, as their life needs change and their situation changes, that we've got a career path for them, and we want them to stay their whole driving career with us, and if they can find a role in dedicated, more power to us all. That's a win-win situation.
Yeah, that's definitely something that drivers look for. They either love over the road or they want something dedicated, or vice versa. So sometimes dedicated is a great fit, and like we say, we want to hire drivers to retire them. So if you're looking for a dedicated position, you can always reach out to our placement center if you're a current driver, or just make sure you ask your recruiter if you're an interested potential driver for us.
Yeah, we have approximately 150 open dedicated positions right now, and that's not a lot for a fleet size that we have. But hey, those are opportunities that to plug some drivers in and maybe better fit their needs that they have.
Absolutely.
So before we end, we'd like to give you an opportunity to either add anything else that you'd like that maybe we didn't ask you about, and then give a special thank you message to our drivers.
Yeah, first of all, I'll thank my partners here for tolerating me for this interview, and our social media team does a great job at promoting all things Swift, and they certainly help us in the dedicated platform and warehousing as well. So just thanks to all that the team does. But hey, we said to start it off, we wanted to celebrate our drivers and just thank you for all you do. Thanks for being safe. Thanks for being on time. Thanks for delivering that great customer service to our partner customers. And hey, we can't say that enough. And certainly this week we're going to do it publicly so that you can hear us say it out loud. But hey, we appreciate all the sacrifices that you and your families make to have you out there working, and just hope that you're successful, and that if you need any assistance, look us up, and we'll try to take care of things.
There's no us without you. That's for sure.
That's right.
So with that, we really thank you and appreciate you taking the time to come on with us today. And we're actually going to go to a dedicated driver video for just a short break, and we'll be back with more.
Thanks.
And I've been here for 1 year, and I'm on a dedicated account. So I did had a little doubts at the beginning. I couldn't see myself driving a big truck, to be honest. And then I had a family on the side too. So I was like, would I be able to balance that? My advice would be is go ahead and do it. Don't be scared. It's really fun and enjoyable. Being a woman and being in the truck industry, honestly, I love it because I love all the attention. Like usually when I go into the shipper places, they'll be like, oh, the office is right here. I was like, no, here's the wheel landing. I'm trying to get unloaded. So it's really wonderful to get that shocking from people, from women, from men. They're like, you're a truck driver? I love that. I really do feel supported with Swift. I like my mentor, I like my instructor, and best of all, my dispatcher. I believe with people on the road, do be a little bit patient because there's a lot of space that we do need. So when we do put the lights on, please give us room so we can scoot over, So the precautions I do take is getting enough sleep, making sure that I have a good meal in the morning, and being alert. I believe women should choose Swift because you have a lot of communication. When we have a lot of ladies in the group too, that if you have any doubts or problems, you're always free to ask, and they'll help you with it. I believe a lot of women sometimes doubt themselves a lot. They either have a family, they have kids, and I feel that sometimes that prevents them from them, or even sometimes their spouse or husband. And I believe that nothing should stop you, that we can make it possible anyway, anyhow. So one thing that I would like to say is that there's no age for it. You can be 21 to, 60, we can do it. So there's no age limit to do whatever you want to do in life. I chose to be on a dedicated account because it would bring me more home, and I do have kids, so I get to spend time with them as they're growing. The best thing that for me to be on a dedicated account is when you have family, and teenagers, you want to be there. So you want to spend more time at home with your family. And even though I like OTR because I love exploring and being all over the place, I kind of had to pick in between, so I chose to be close home with my kids. Being home more often for me, it means a lot because my kids are growing. I have a middle schooler and a high schooler, so I like to be there for the events. My son's in a football team, my daughter is starting basketball, so it's important for me. I love it.
And we're back, and we're here with Donovan, which, by the way, I don't know that we've ever met.
No, we haven't.
So it's great to meet you. I want to know all about you. So how long have you been with Swift? What do you do? Tell us more.
So I've been with Swift Transportation since 2015. Started out of this terminal actually as an ECT. Took a promotion over to Denver working with our tours and trade show department. I don't know if many people remember that, but that was with Monster Jam, Disney on Ice, Circus Soleil, bunch of fun. And yeah, just came back here to Phoenix.
Whoa, hold on. You did that and then you just came back here? I think you had a pit stop, my friend. I think let's not forget the pit stop. You did something else in Denver before you came here, I believe.
I did.
Can you recall?
I did. So I was actually in driver qualification working with Jordan as well.
That's what it was.
He was trying to forget that part.
Man. Oh, I got a little tear right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No,
Go
but
ahead.
that actually was one of the funnest times that I had. I mean, working driver qualification gave me a chance to work with our students and mentors, and it was a good opportunity to see the hiring process on coming into Swift. And this guy really does make it a good time when working on his team. So
How do you forget working for this guy?
Yeah, I almost walked off. I'm not gonna lie. I was a little upset, but okay. Back to you.
But yeah, I just came back. I have most of my family here in Phoenix, Arizona, so it just wanted to come back to the roots. And the one thing I do love about Swift is if you wanted to move anywhere in the country, they give us the opportunity to do so. And I'm testament to that. And there's so many different opportunities. I appreciate the company we work for and the drivers that help us get to those places. So yeah, I've been over here since January. Been loving it.
It is really cool just to kind of pivot from that. The opportunities, I know we talked about dedicated and the different line of business opportunities, but like he said, I mean, you can be a driver, and we talked about it, I believe it was Monday. Our academy leader here in Phoenix started out 20 years ago in the academy, like as a student, and she's worked her way all the way to academy leader. He was in Phoenix and then in Colorado, and then he's back again. I know tons of folks, I think we were talking about earlier, our man behind the camera here, he started out as a driver and now he's running the camera. Like, it's just, the opportunities at Swift are just endless, and that's, I think, one of the values that we have is there's so much business that we run within not just the trucking company but the sister brands and everything together. It's a great place where you really can, to Alcira's point, we want to hire to retire, and the opportunities are endless. So it's just a great testament to the company we're at.
So so before you, Mark talked about it a little bit, but from your perspective, if somebody wanted to get on a dedicated account, how would they go about doing that?
Yeah. So we have meetings with our recruiting team weekly to update on open positions, what kind of expansions that we have. All you got to do is get with your driver manager. If they're not sure, get with driver placement. Driver placement is always going to have the updated information as far as, what's open on the West Coast, what's open locally, what's open on the East. We do meetings with them often, and they'll always have that information for you.
Well, so Dedicated is pretty rad, and they have a lot of great stuff going on, but I also believe they have some pretty cool, I believe they're decals. Well, if I wanted one of them decals and I'm a dedicated driver, how would I go about doing that?
So you just want to get with your on-site leader, your operations supervisor, anybody on your dedicated team will be able to get that information for you. They'll get with me, they'll get with one of the regional supports, and we can order them for you.
Awesome. We get those questions a lot in the group. And we try to tell them to get with their leader, but it's good that you're letting everyone know pretty much what they need to do. So is there anything else that's new and dedicated that you want to share?
Yeah, we have tons of growth that we've seen this year. And again, I've only been at this location in the dedicated department for the last 7 months, but even just since I've been here, I've seen tons of new opportunities growing. So we'll give you the opportunity for growth. If you want to be home more, this is definitely the place. And I love working in driver qualification, but let me tell you, dedicated is.
Watch out what you say. Just be careful
he
what you
loved
say.
it so much he forgot all about it.
Be careful what you say. You're hurting my feelings. We might have to break up after this.
But it's a great place for our drivers. We're always looking for the best of the best. So, if you want to be home more, you want to make more consistent money, reach out.
Dedicated is the place. So with that being said, we're at Driver Appreciation. Obviously, this is about celebrating our drivers. You want to get a little thank you to our drivers?
Yeah, no, for all of our drivers, I can't express the gratitude that I have. You guys do an amazing job, especially the ones that I've been working with, and I see the work you put in. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. It goes a long way.
Well, thank you, Donovan, for taking the time to talk to us about Dedicated and kind of rounding out Mark's message. We really appreciate you. Great meeting you. We'll hopefully see more of you throughout the year and then maybe again next year. But for now, we're gonna go to a video with an owner video, and then we're gonna have Brett and Ken.
Say, I'm an owner-operator with Swift Transportation. When I started as a company driver, I wanted to get as much experience that I wanted. And then when I found the opportunity to become an owner-operator, to open up more opportunities and see how far I could pull forward. And as an owner-operator, I could choose my own loads and manage my routes properly. And also, it lets me become more responsible over the road. And as an owner-operator, you have to be very responsible and also straightforward on what you're doing and more aware of your surroundings. My advice to other drivers that want to become an owner-operator is to make sure you do your homework and know what type of responsibilities you'll be taking, because not all understand how responsible you're going to have to be as an owner-operator when it comes to your own equipment and also over the road with other drivers. At the moment with Swift Transportation, I am leasing the truck I have, which is a Freightliner 2024. In the future, I'm hoping to own the vehicle at the end of my leasing program. My main goal as an owner-operator is to become a million-mile driver and also to own multiple vehicles with Swift Transportation.
Hi, and we're back, and we're here with Brett, our owner-op guy.
Who?
Hey,
Brett.
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about you? Who are you,
Who
Brett?
are you?
absolutely. Hey, everyone. I'm Brett Stewart. I'm the Vice President of the Owner-Operator Division. Happy to be here, and huge thanks to all you drivers and driver support out there, making it happen for all of us every day in every way.
Awesome. So how long have you been with Swift, Brett?
I actually just celebrated my 19th year at Swift, and a little fun fact, I was with Night Transportation before that as well. That's where I got my roots, and then came over to Swift after about 4 years with Night. So, been trucking for quite some time.
There you go.
Yeah,
Fantastic, fantastic. We actually grew up together.
yeah.
We were planning 20 years ago, or 19 years ago.
Aren't you about to turn 20
Yeah,
also?
I'll be 20 in October. So yeah, we
There you
when he started, I think we were planning together 19 years ago.
Yeah, the running joke is I've known this guy longer than my wife, so
Yeah.
we're that close.
Don't tell her.
He
Don't tell
knows
her.
Jared without
Whoever.
Jordan?
Jordan
Where's that?
without the beard.
Yeah, that's true. He does.
We don't want to see that guy.
No, you
anymore.
don't want it. That's
the
not
beard,
good.
The beard is in.
All right, back to Brett. We don't want to
Okay.
talk about me anymore. So Brett, I'm interested in trucking. I've been driving. I love what I'm doing, but I want to take that next step.
Yeah.
What's the steps? What do I got to do?
Yeah, I said the first step is you're at the right place in your mindset, but then also ask yourself, are you ready to start a small business? I think a lot of folks think about an owner-operator, or lease operator, an independent contractor as a way to earn more on a weekly basis, which is absolutely true. A lot of our owner-operators earn on average way more than a company driver, but you also take on a lot of risk with that, right? So you have your truck payment, you have your maintenance, your fuel expense, your insurance. I mean, you are a full-on 1099 contractor. So I'd ask you first to consider that. Make sure you do your research. Make sure that you're ready to take on the challenge of being a small business owner and the ups and downs that comes with. But there's a lot more ups than downs, in my opinion, and we have a ton of successful owner-operators at Swift, and it's something that I'm very proud of to say. I mean, we have over 400 drivers, owner-operators today at Swift that have achieved over 1 million miles. Some as much as 4 million miles with Swift. We have owner-operators that have more than 10 trucks. They're fleet owners.
Fleet owners, yeah.
Yeah, so, you know, the sky's the limit. It's something that you should absolutely consider if you're ready to take on that next leap.
Absolutely.
And we have multiple lease options, right?
Yeah.
So there's not just one path to ownership. There's multiple ways that owners can own their truck.
Yep, true. Yeah, first I'd say if you have your own tractor, that's an option. Bring your truck onto Swift, use our freight services, the support that you have at each one of our terminals. If you don't have a truck and you want to know where to start, we offer that as well. So we have multiple lease options, just depending on what it is that you're looking for. We have older trucks that are kind of on a lower basis, you know, $400 to $450 a week, all the way up to our brand new Peterbilts that we just got in. They're beautiful, but they're brand new and, you know, on the more expensive side.
Price tag comes with that.
Price tag comes with that beauty. So about $700 to $750 a week.
So we have something for everyone. essentially.
Absolutely, yeah. And we do have a lot of drivers that ask that question specifically. You know, I'm actually looking to spend a little bit less per week, and we have those options, or those that are willing to take on a little bit more.
It's really cool to see that we can bring in trucks from outside of Swift and all the options within Swift. One of the big things that I don't even want to steal your thunder, what's one of the biggest things that we've been able to roll out this year that I know they were working on it back when I was there?
Yes.
What were you able to get done here, Brett?
So a couple of things. So we were really excited last year. We launched the load board. That took about 4 years of development to finally get right, and we appreciate everyone's patience with that. So now we're in a year and a half with the load board, and we're ready for the next challenge and adventure, which is % of market pay.
Yes.
So this month, I'm happy to announce that we have launched % of market pay.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So really fired up
Big
about that.
news.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
we got 4 drivers right now that are on it. We're going to get it up to 25 just for the beta test. And then if all goes well this month, the next 30 days, we're going to start adding more to that program.
That's great.
Yeah.
We can't wait to see it, and hopefully it's a huge success. And a lot of drivers, they have to sign up for it, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay.
So if you're currently with Swift, I would get with your driver leader, terminal leader, fleet leader, your driver support, and we can talk with you on that. And if you're currently on the outside of Swift looking in, give us a call. One of our lease advisors would be happy to walk you through that. I tell you that, right now we're not really adding anyone from the outside new, but it's good to get in now and get on that list so that you're ready when we're
Get our
ready to-
information too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Understand what we have and what the program delivers.
Yeah.
I see how the video we got us. We're already doing videos of our new trucks. The new trucks, for those who aren't familiar with trucking, these new trucks are not the truck of yesterday's. They are beautiful trucks, like Brett said. They are equipped with everything. I mean, Bluetooth and just they're incredible looking trucks, and they're extremely comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, so those are actually our 2026 trucks that are outside of Phoenix right now. So you can go check those out if you're in Phoenix. It looks like we have a beautiful orange Peterbilt.
Yep.
Not the normal blue, so that's nice. Some of our drivers like to be a little more flashy. And then
Yeah.
we have this beautiful green as well.
Yeah, and that's one thing at Swift we offer. Generally we'll have anywhere between 30 to 50 available trucks, and that's nationwide. So if you can't get to Arizona to check one of these trucks out, we will generally have a truck available. I'd also encourage you to go on to GoSwiftOwner.com. We call that our auto trader of Swift. It's going to allow you to have access to our available truck inventory. Take a look at the inside, take a look at the payment, the miles, all those great things, and also chat live with one of our lease advisors while you're on that site.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
So
We got some great lease advisors out there that definitely can answer any questions that you guys might have.
yeah,
yeah, they've been here a long time, so they have some tenure behind them as well.
100%, yeah.
Well, with that, we'd like to give you an opportunity to thank all of our drivers and owner-operators before we
Yeah,
conclude.
I can't say it enough. I'm sure you've heard it today, and I hope you hear it every day. But we don't exist without you. And I know a lot of you say, hey, it's a two-way street, and we appreciate that. But honestly, if you're not behind the wheel, sacrificing day in and day out, we know some of you stay out for months at a time. Others might be home more often, but still you're sacrificing that time away from your family to provide all the goods and resources that we all need to survive. Food, furniture, clothing, you name it, it comes in on a truck. Until they invent teleportation, we will always need all of you out there doing what you do. And I don't think we're anywhere close to
No,
that.
no.
We finally got a self-driving car that might work somewhat, but either way, just a huge thanks. And again, I've been here 19 years. I've been able to buy a home, make great friends, start a family, all because of what you do out there. And I say, you sign my paycheck. So we're here to serve and support you, and just a lot of love to all that you do out there.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate you, Brett. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And with that, we're going to go to a thank you video.
This is Ray Cruz out of the Phoenix Corporate Terminal. Just want to say thank you to all of our drivers. Thank you for the dedication. Thank you for the commitment. And we really appreciate everything that you do out there on the road. Be safe. Thank you.
Thank you, driver, for all that you do. Thank you.
Hi everyone, this is Anna Marie from the Phoenix Terminal. Just wanting to say thank you to each and every one of our drivers, not just only this week, but every single day you guys are on the road, away from your family, risking your lives, and also servicing the customers. Please know this does not go unnoticed, and I personally appreciate everything you guys do.
Hello, all of our drivers out there. Driver Appreciation Week. Everyone here at the Denver Terminal would like to say thank you for all that you do out there, not for just this week, but for all the time that you're out there every day and the job that you do. Please stop by and join us for some homemade food. We'd love to see you here and enjoy a meal with you. On behalf of the Denver Terminal, we would all like to say thank you.
Happy Driver Appreciation! Thanks for all you do!
I just love all those thank you videos.
I love how Denver, they're all in the Hawaiian shirts. Well done, Sandra. Well done. And then we got these two guys not partying at all. Regular colored shirts.
Regular.
Man, disappointed.
Where are your bright shirts, guys?
We didn't hear about
memo.
We'll send the memo next time. I expected more from Doug, though, to be honest with you.
I've got a few bright shirts, but not like Jordan, but I've got a few.
Yeah, you got to step it up. You either need bright pink, bright yellow, that's how we do. And so we're going to have Jared on in a bit. So that's why I called you Jared. I'm
sure.
To call you.
Whatever makes you sleep at night.
Yeah.
So anyways, who are these two handsome fellows? Can you guys want to introduce yourselves and tell us what you guys do?
Sure, I can go first. So I'm Doug Sutherland, and I'm the VP of Refrigerated Operations. I oversee the Refrigerated OTR fleet and also the Refrigerated Dedicated fleet, and I'm based here out of West Valley City. And Brett is one of our founding members of our Refrigerated OTR fleet at Swift. So go ahead, Brett.
I'm the Harupa Valley Terminal Manager. So I've been in the reefer division for at least 9 years. Doug is my boss, great boss. It's a great line of business.
Well, great to have you, Brett. I don't know if we've had you recently, so it's nice to have both of you on today. Can you all tell us a little bit about why you think it's important to celebrate drivers during Driver Appreciation Week?
Yeah, I can go first and then turn over to Brett. I was thinking about this as I was watching backstage, and I was remembering back to COVID when, drivers were all treated as heroes. And I think at Swift, we kind of always thought of them like that. And it was like finally the public is appreciating that, what we see every day. We still think of them like that. And especially with us being in the refrigerated division and putting groceries on the shelves, they keep America moving. I don't know if you've seen that graphic of, what would happen if trucks stopped, and it's only a couple days before stuff starts to dry up and our needs aren't met. So, our drivers keep this country moving. We respect what they do out on the road and just really appreciate all the drivers at Swift and in our refrigerated division.
Doug, I don't think anyone will ever forget the toilet paper famine of 2020. So yeah, we definitely, if people don't know how important trucking is, they ain't been paying attention.
They found out.
They did. Yeah, they did.
We found out quick.
Yeah.
I think I would just echo what Brett Stewart said, Mark Deere said. I've been blessed so much from drivers. I started at this company, I was in my young 20s, and I have a family, and all of that's because of these drivers that we couldn't live without. And we don't thank them enough, except this week. And then we get down to business and we might talk work and service, and we just don't thank them enough.
It's definitely critical, that it is wonderful. And I heard Jim say it earlier too, that, it's great to be able to spend that time and really take the time off, shut down the meetings, go out and really mingle with everyone and talk to people. But, that's one of the things as a company we continue to strive at. We did add in a quarterly celebration, and so that helps. But I think, like you said, it's just that day in and day out, really showing that genuine appreciation for what they do on a daily basis. Because really it's a 365, 24/7 operation. It's just great to show that love.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So now, tell us what you enjoy most about Driver Appreciation Week. I don't know, what do you guys do over at your areas to celebrate drivers?
So I'll go first, Doug, just so we're not following the same pattern. Here, we recently got solar covering our parking lot because California wants us to do the electric trucks. And so as part of that, we have built-in covering from the sun. So typically we clear out the parking lot, we're in the shade, and then a food truck usually comes almost every day. We cook 2 of the days. We had a food truck today. It was buffalo wings and fries. It was excellent, but it's such a change of pace for me to not be behind a computer or at a desk, to be out with drivers. I really love this week just because it's such a different pace than what we're normally accustomed to.
Yeah, and we do a lot of the same things. I don't know, those of you that have been to the West Valley Terminal, we have the Happy Amigos Grill here, and they really step up and provide meals for our drivers twice a day. We do some meals where we cook, we barbecue and do that kind of thing. Today we had street tacos, and those were delicious, asada and chicken, and we've done a lot of different breakfast things, and then activities we've got going on. We've got a dunk tank coming on, coming Friday. I volunteered to go in, but I think everybody is so nice to me. They wouldn't let me join. No one would want to throw a ball to knock me into the water, so I think I'll stay dry on Friday.
Somehow I doubt that, Doug, because I'd be the first one in line.
Me too.
But I'd love to see that on video.
Yeah.
Can we just throw a ball at you? Does that work? Or
maybe that's what they meant.
So with all that, obviously this is a great week. We really want to celebrate the drivers, but kind of going back to the reefer side, what's going on new with reefer?
Well, we've done a lot of work on our network in Refrigerated, which has really helped us keep our drivers moving. I think in the past we've had some gaps in our network where our drivers would sit, and maybe even some of our current drivers experienced that in the reefer division. But now we've got a really balanced network. We're keeping drivers moving all over the country. We're getting great miles for drivers. We've got 5 terminals across the country with really experienced staff, and we've also got a small planning team, and I think that's one thing that's a little different from the regular Swift experience, which is we only have 7 planners, and they're staggered 7 days a week. So each driver gets to know those planners. They're planning them all week, and if they have an issue go on the weekend, they can check in with that planner again. So that's a really, really big advantage for the drivers on Refrigerated. And what would you add, Brett?
I think I would just add maybe consistency a little bit, just because it's like we're a small company in a big company. Like you said, we have just a small planning group. You talk to planners, they know the drivers. It's like we're a very small company within a company, and so you start to see the same customers, the same lanes. You start to feel even like you might be sort of dedicated when really you're just hauling our customers' freight. But a lot of times we end up creating those type of opportunities for drivers. If they say, hey, I really like this, I'd like to do this all the time, we try to accommodate that. So it's such a great line of business, being small enough to be family, to feel like a family, but big enough to be part of this big conglomerate Swift and the KNX company.
Conglomerate. I think that's like a 17-point word.
Yeah, I had it right here on a piece of paper so I could make sure I use some big words.
Fantastic. I love it.
I think Brett's done a really good job with our drivers as well that are based out of his terminal there in SoCal to develop kind of quasi-dedicated jobs where if we have a customer who's shipping really consistently in a lane, we can find another customer that we can match up and create a job for a driver. And Brett's team's done a really good job for that.
So with all that said, if I'm a driver at Swift, so you guys have 5 terminals across the country, is there any limitations as far as who can join the Refrigerated team?
Yeah, there are a few areas we don't ship in, but they're pretty closely matched with the line haul division. I think we have freight elsewhere besides our terminals, but we do try to focus our drivers around those terminals. But sometimes we have a strong customer that's in the Midwest where we don't have a terminal, or in the Northeast where we don't have a terminal, and there could be some consistency for a driver in those areas as well. So yeah, definitely contact the placement center and see if it works. If that's something you're looking to try, and we'd love to have some new drivers. So
yeah,
Definitely.
I think you hit on a great selling point there with planning. I think our drivers love to have access to planners, and having like a small community with a dedicated set of planners is a huge selling point for our drivers.
I agree. It's made a big difference for our fleets.
So you all kind of shared a little bit about why you would appreciate drivers, but before we leave, is there anything else that you'd like to add? And then would you like to say a thank you message to our drivers?
Yeah, I can go. you know, like I said, I touched on earlier. You know, we think of our drivers as heroes, and they earn our paychecks, and you know, we're not here without them. I mean, Jim mentioned it. It goes back all the way back to Jerry Moyes, where he said we're either a driver or driver support at this company, and that's the attitude we take at Swift. So go ahead, Brett.
You know, the only thing I'd like to add is if you feel like you're not getting the support you need out there, you need to definitely let me know, let someone know, because we really cannot survive without you and what you put in every day. So yes, we thank you, but if you aren't feeling that things 24/7, you need to definitely bring that up, because we can't make it without you guys.
That's just another great plug. Appreciate that, Brett, for the engagement survey. I mean, we talk about that survey all week. We send out messages, but as he said, there's no more truth to that than if you have any kind of issues. I mean, small issues, big issues, do the engagement survey. We genuinely review that survey. The leadership gets that survey. I mean, we've made a lot of action based off of that survey. And so your opinions and your thoughts really do matter. And we can only really improve our company with the voice of our customer, which is our drivers.
That's right. Well, thank you all for coming on. We really appreciate it. With that, I do want to give a couple shout outs to some of the people watching. You know, we have Alexis and Jerry and Ricky on, so we just want to say thank you for tuning in, and we have more to come. So with that, we're going to go to a Freightbox video, and we're going to talk in cab tech next.
Thank you.
Your feedback drives us to deliver tools that suit you best. Introducing Freightbox, featuring a straightforward 3-step workflow. Simply log in with your phone number and current Night Swift order number to start attaching or detaching trailers. Select the trailer linked to your order and specify whether you're attaching or detaching. Perform a thorough inspection to verify the trailer's condition. Carefully check for any damages and report them within the system. Take clear photos of the trailer and upload them through Freightbox to complete the process. We recognize there's always room for improvement, and our development team is actively enhancing the tool to serve you better. For assistance with login issues, trailer selection, or photo uploads, contact your TA immediately. Thank you for helping us improve your experience.
One up above or the one?
And we're here with Jared.
Hi.
I accidentally called Joran Jared, and this is why.
We're clearly interchangeable,
yes,
right? You know?
They can't tell the difference.
It's like looking in a mirror.
Yes. So, Jared, tell us a little bit about you.
Yeah, my name's Jared Bonney. I've worked at Swift now coming up probably close to 10 years. Started in the mobile comm kind of / logs support department. So still kind of in that same area, but I'm kind of more on the behind the scenes now. So that's where I started, worked my way through that. And, you know, now I'm just working on our in-cab technology, our apps, you know, Geotab, Freightbox, navigation stuff. So all the stuff we're going to talk about today, that's what I'm working on, all the in-cab, the cool stuff, right? So
definitely don't say that's all you do.
Yeah.
That is huge in what we do now. I mean, we live off those tablets, and so what he's working on, the projects he's working on, are gonna. The hope is they're gonna make our drivers' lives that much easier.
Yeah, that's my job.
That's his job. There you go. So tell us about Geotab. I know we're running out the install progress. Like, what does it look like?
Yeah, so we're at 100%. We're done. We have finished the rollout at honestly a record speed. I've done a number of these rollouts now. If you remember the Zonar one, I was a part of that one too. So now Geotab, we're all there. We're all rolled out. We're done. We're good to go. It's in all our trucks, and I think I know we'll get to the thank yous later, but I want to start off with a thank you of these rollouts are tough. They're never fun. It takes a lot of time and effort and energy from so many different people, especially drivers, right? Of having to go to terminals, get stuff installed, and just be patient with us as we kind of work out some of the kinks. The feedback you guys have provided, just being patient with us as we've rolled it out, has been huge. So just from the bottom of our hearts, thank you on that. So
it's almost like herding cats. You figure with all the trucks we have out across the country, trying to get them into the right places. So it has
100%.
been 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's been
I
great.
feel like it takes a lot of patience from our drivers, but I hope they know that this is for them and it's
Yeah.
to provide a better experience for them overall.
100%. Yeah, I think it's been really good what we've seen thus far. Our compliance scores are doing much better. We had a lot of issues with like tablet docking issues with our last provider. This time around, it's all just wireless. It's just there to just charge the tablet, but everything else is just communicating wirelessly. It's so much better, much easier to deal with, because I personally have talked to folks where they'd have issues with like, it's connecting, but it's not, and what's going on? It's like all that stuff's in the past. So like much better user experience, I hope, for everyone. And again, I just want to urge, if you have feedback, if you have comments, questions, concerns, we have our log support team. Please call in. Anything you have, please, we want to hear about it. We want to make this as good of an experience as possible for everyone. So
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
So not only are you talking about GeoTab, but
Yeah.
you're also going to talk about Point. So Point is the application on the tablets that drivers can also download on their phone.
Yes.
Do you have anything new to share about Point? Any new updates?
Yeah, so we have a few things. We rolled out an update for PTA, so to update like your PTA in the Point app. We rolled that out about a month and a half ago, and we've seen huge engagement for that. Where I think we're approaching almost 10,000 updates used to update their PTA, right? Drivers using their update the PTA. So huge success there. Love seeing the engagement with that. The goal is, again, you don't have to call in, wait in the queue or whatever, or a macro that, just issues with that. It's just, hey, you know what your PTA is. If you want to change it, here's this tool. Click a button, update it, select what you want, you're done, right? So super simple stuff. So we've been very happy to see that. Another feature that we're very close to coming out with, which is to make it easier for drivers, is when they get to a shipper, when they cross that, it's a geofence essentially. So when we have all our customers geofence, when they cross that, a prompt will come up when they stop that says, hey, we've noticed you arrived at your shipper. Do you want to just submit your arrive at shipper call? It's just one button and they're done. That's it. They don't have to go find a macro, put information in. It's just tap one button, says, yep, I'm here. Go ahead and put that in, and they're done. So I'm really excited to get that out there. But like again, the theme is just make it super simple for you guys to do your job, right? There's enough stuff to worry about. The technology in the truck should not be getting in the way of you.
Yeah,
it should be empowering you to do your jobs and more quickly and efficiently. So that's, again, there's a couple updates there that we're doing. We're also tying in like how you log into GeoTab. I know Netrodyne is going to be a big topic. Not really covering it too much today, but we'll be working with them to log into their app quickly. That way they're not having to like double sign in. So there's stuff there we're working on. So good stuff there.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you brought up Netrodyne because
Yep.
we do have a live where David Tillman and Julie Miller will be covering all the details at 8 a.m. on Friday. So for Netrodyne details, please tune in on Friday. But we appreciate you bringing that up because it's very important.
Just a teaser.
Yeah, just a teaser.
The one and done, though, that's huge. I mean, again, the in-cab is supposed to be there to support you.
100%.
It's not supposed to be hard. And
No.
I've been here a long time, too, and I know our technology has not always been our friend.
Mm-hmm.
We've had challenges, but it's so great to see we're starting to get a run right now. We're starting to really get a rhythm. Along with all those changes, navigation's a huge piece to what we do as truckers.
Yeah.
What updates do you have there?
Yeah, so we've been working with our partner that we work with on the Point app, and we've got some new updates coming. Posted speed, obviously a hugely requested feature. That's coming. We'll have text turn-by-turn directions. So in navigation, they'll be able to see listed out where they're going, what each turn, whatever, the text-by-text, turn-by-turn directions that you'll have. So you've got that. We'll have railroad crossings, traffic lights, what we're kind of calling like table stakes for navigation, like things that just need to be there are coming. So we're very excited to get that in the hands of drivers. There's some more UI improvements that we're also talking through as well.
So what is UI for those that might not know?
Yeah, UI is like, okay, how this button looks or where this button is, right? And like, hey, if we're trying to kind of improve this experience, we want to show you the most information that you need and kind of get out of your way interface, right? So like, for example, what we're trying to do is like, okay, make it so that the map is bigger, you have more of the tablet taking that real estate, and the buttons and the borders are kind of less in your way, right? Because right now, some of the feedback we've gotten is like the map can be a little small, it's difficult to see,
Sure.
which is why we want those text by text directions, right? So again, we're working with our partners to improve all of that. One of the things we're also doing, I would say it's related to navigation, is in motion when we're driving. There's either you have navigation or there's a black screen where you can't really, it kind of locks the app out because
For safety
for safety
purposes?
reasons we have to have that.
Right.
But one of the common complaints we've had is, hey, I've got a message or I got a pre-plan, right? I couldn't accept it because I was driving.
Right.
So we're working with our partners right now. Right now, one of our top priorities is to introduce a feature that will be compliant with all laws and regulations, all things like that,
Okay.
that will allow a driver to hear their pre-plan and accept it
Oh.
while they're driving.
Drivers are gonna love
So-
that.
It's like a Siri in the truck.
Pretty much.
Swifty, Swifty,
Oh,
accept the plan.
Swifty.
Yes.
That's what
I
I
like
heard.
Yeah, so there you go.
Name.
So that's going to be really great. We have heard it loud and clear that we want to get this in, so that way drivers can safely and effectively still obviously do their jobs and their requirements.
And they don't have to keep pulling over and all the headaches that come with that. Yeah,
Yes, because
absolutely.
again, like we're saying, the theme here is we got to make technology work for you, not get in your way.
Right.
Right.
That's
So,
awesome. That's huge.
Very
Huge.
excited for that.
Yes, I'm excited for that because we hear about that all the time.
Yes. Yeah.
And we don't want to jeopardize their safety, but we also
100%.
want to make sure they can get their next
Still-
load and
Yes.
do their job
Yep.
and get paid for it,
Yeah.
right?
So that's going to be awesome.
Man, you got just a whole list of stuff you're working on. So another fun area you are working in, we have 7 gajillion trailers all over the world.
Yes, we do.
I understand you're helping with the Freightbox. What's some of the updates that we have with Freightbox?
Yeah, so I'm not entirely over. I'm not the subject matter expert on Freightbox. I'm kind of just filling in, so I apologize in advance if I don't
You're
have
good,
all
you're
the
good.
updates there.
High level's good.
We'll keep it high level today. But as far as like what I want to encourage people with Freightbox, we hear feedback of trailer damage or someone else is attached to my trailer. What are we doing with that? So the team is always working through and making sure the data and visibility is as clear as possible for you guys. That's the point of the tool, is to make it visible for our drivers to see, hey, where's our trailers, who's attached to what,
Yep.
what damage is there, make it easy for me to do that with empty trailers. What I just want to encourage is keep using it, keep using the tool. It's there at the end of the day to make it easier for you to do these things. And the more engagement that we have with drivers using it to either report damage
Sure.
or report that someone else is attached, the better our data gets, right? If we have folks who kind of skirt around a little bit, that's where some of the problems get, right? So I just want to encourage everyone, please use that tool. We really appreciate it. Again, feedback is always welcome. You can reach out to the logs team. We have avenues to talk with them about Freightbox stuff, so please keep reporting feedback. We want to hear from you guys on ways we can continue to improve it.
And we actually added multiple questions regarding Point and Freightbox
Yeah.
to the annual engagement survey this year,
Yes.
which is now open. So be sure to take that survey and let us know what you're thinking. What do you feel?
We want to hear from you. I promise you, I'll be the one looking at that feedback. So please go dive into it. Please report back how you're feeling with it. Be honest and just give us as much feedback as we can. We greatly appreciate it.
So you gave us a ton of in-cab tech updates. Is there anything else that we might have missed that you want to update our drivers on?
I think one of the things that is kind of exciting for a lot of drivers is we've had some of our tablets now for a while, and some of them are getting a little old, right?
Mhm.
We
Oh,
hear
yeah.
that loud and clear. We totally understand.
We've seen that in the driver group.
Yep. So we are rolling out right now at a pretty quick pace new tablets.
Oh, that's good.
So if you've had issues in the past, like it's slow or it's kind of maybe an app has crashed here or there, if you have issues, talk to your driver leaders, get routed to a shop, they'll see what they can do, and if you need a new tablet, they will put a new one in, and it will help you immensely with things. So we're rolling out brand new tablets. These are super fast. All the complaints that we hear go away, right? So
Fantastic.
we're very excited to just kind of keep that train going. We're going to have new tablets more regularly as well. We'll keep up to date more. We'll do a better job at making sure we have newer tablets, because everything's running on that, right? I mean,
Right.
Yes.
everything connects through that. So we got to make sure we're providing the best experience there from a hardware perspective. And then, like you said as well, I just want to make a plug again. We encourage always, if you have your own personal device and you'd like to have these apps on your phone, GeoTab, Netrodyne when that comes, the Point app, right? All that stuff can be used on your personal device as well. Not required, but if you so choose, it's there for you for conveniences. If you need it.
Fantastic.
So.
That's awesome. I don't want to put you on the spot.
Yeah.
But Brett Stewart left a pretty good, heartfelt message. So
Oh.
you want to give a thank you out to the drivers here?
Yeah, absolutely. Again, I think I know the technology sometimes, it can seem like it's a struggle, and we appreciate it, your patience and you working with us, and your feedback is like, it's literally what we drive our decisions on, what we do. So I just want to thank everyone so much for that feedback. And again, to kind of talk through Geotab, I know these rollouts are tough, and your guys' patience and working with us, it means the world. So please, just from the bottom of our hearts again, we thank you so much for working with us. We love it. We love what we do. We just want to make it better for you guys, help the technology empower you, make it easier to do your jobs. So thank you again. We appreciate it.
Thank you. And now we're going to go to, that was a great message.
Thank you.
We appreciate it. I know technology is tough, so
it is.
You
Yeah.
get the worst. I feel like you get some of the more negative
I have
than
thick
positive.
skin. It's fine. I have thick skin.
So
it's not
it's
going to
good
hurt my
that you're
feelings.
here and you're letting drivers know that you have their best interest at heart and you really
Yeah.
want what's best and makes it easier
100%.
for them. So appreciate that message.
Yeah.
But we're gonna go to a quick Children's Miracle Network video, and then we're gonna have Charities on with us next.
This is the first year we've had the opportunity to be a part of this project. So to see this come to life has been really exciting. When we got to go see the trucks, both the Night and the Swift trucks, the unveiling, and see Shine on the side, see the transport team, and see all of that, I think we both got really teary-eyed and emotional because we're not only seeing this little boy's story come to life, but imagine this truck driving down the road. You've got QR codes on this truck. How many people are going to scan that image and learn about his story?
Giving exposure to UC Davis Children's Hospital, what I've learned is that there's such a small hospital, and being able to have like a team like the critical care transport team help patients like Shine get transported to the care that they need is huge. So I'm really excited for this partnership because it's definitely going to help.
But then not only that, they see Night, they see Swift, and they understand that we're an organization that's so much more about just trucking. We're organizations that really do care about our communities and care about people and children. And so I think to just be a part of that and have an opportunity to have that small piece of helping that come together is really meaningful for both of us.
So we're here with the fun crew, the Charities crew. I'll let you guys introduce yourselves.
Okay. Well, I'm Yoma Villalobos. I'm the Charities Program Manager at Night Transportation.
And I'm Renee Arredondo, and I am the Corporate Giving Coordinator for Swift Transportation.
So we're going to start with Swift Charities. Tell us a little bit about Swift Charities and how people can get involved and give.
Yeah, so Swift Charities is our employee assistance program, our community grant program, and a scholarship program for our dependents of Swift employees. So the employee assistance program, that the community grant and the scholarship program is all funded by employee contribution. And so those, you can just go on the flow code. It'll take you to all the different links to how to contribute, learn about Swift Charities. I think there's a video on there that kind of talks about all the impact that those funds have made, and as well as how to apply for those grants like the community grant and the employee assistance.
Awesome.
So if you're interested in giving, you can sign right there. Is there any way to do it from the truck?
Yes, Macro 21. Macro 21, I believe there's also, I think on the driver's app, there's also a place on there too. I'm quite not familiar, but I think there is a place on there to do it. But definitely just give us a call and we can navigate you that way.
So I was talking to some drivers and I was trying to explain Swift Charities.
Mm-hmm.
Is it true if you give to Swift Charities, it makes you happier?
It does.
Okay.
It does.
I was just checking.
Like your heart grows just like 2 times, a little bit bigger.
Okay.
You know, it makes you feel all good inside.
All warm and fuzzy.
All warm and fuzzy.
I'm just saying.
It's an awesome.
I heard
thing
it.
to
I saw
do.
it on the internet. It's got to be true.
It's got to be true.
So-
It's on the internet.
So why is it important to give, and who benefits from this?
Our big beneficiary from this is our drivers. It does cover our drivers, owner ops, office, shop, but our biggest group that benefit from this is the drivers. And that's why you should give. It's giving back to your fellow employees, your fellow coworkers. If they're in need of that assistance, it goes back to you. It goes back to them. It goes back to your communities. If there's an organization that you feel really strongly about, they're a nonprofit, and you would like to get a grant for them, that's something that you could do as well. And then for the scholarships, if you have children who are, or dependents who are going to trade schools or a 4-year college, community college, any kind of that secondary education, they can apply for that scholarship.
That's awesome. And I hear a lot of drivers talk about starting to give back because when they needed help, Swift Charities helped them. So
Yes.
it's really cool to see that kind of full circle moment where
Yeah.
drivers are like, I got help and now I believe in this program and now I want to help.
It's really cool because we are able to do that, and that is because of people who donate, because we wouldn't be able to do this without the help of the employees and of the drivers and everyone giving. So that's where that comes from. We're not able to do this without you guys.
There was a slogan a long time ago. I mean, I've been here almost 20 years and I've been giving since I started. But I remember it was always just that $1 a check. It was the movement of that $1. And so if you can just give $1, if you can give whatever's comfortable for you to be able to give, what you don't realize is that as a company the size that we are, that all adds up. And so as Alcira was saying, there's so many stories about people who were down and out, who have had issues, or working here. And anytime I've run into somebody who's had a problem or had something happen in their lives, just something unfortunate, that we've always directed them, hey, have you talked to Swift Charities? And then you hear that the aftermath of how they were able to support them and help them out through that terrible time. And so it's just great to know when we say we're the family carrier, and then you see stuff like that, it kind of puts our money where our mouth is. And is it true that Swift, there's a match?
They match up to a certain point, and so I mean that match also wouldn't happen without the help of our employees and of our drivers and everybody who does give. So even if it's just $1, it's
a dollar for dollar match, right?
Yeah, like
so if I give $1,
worth it.
there's $2.
Yeah, so it's like if you're giving double without actually giving double. So it's an awesome thing for people to donate to, and who it goes back to. Like I said, it goes back to our employees, it goes back to our drivers, to our owner operators, our shop, our office.
So how does it go back? So if somebody needs help, how would they go about getting it?
So there's a flow code out there that you can go. You can also go to swiftcharities.org. It'll have the link on there. It'll have the flow code. It'll have all that information as far as the link to get to those request forms. It'll have some contact information for myself. That way you can give a call and see if it's something that you can qualify for. I'll walk you through it. I'll get you all the things that you need to do.
Awesome. Well, that's great. And that leads me to just a housekeeping item. We do have a flow code that you can visit to get all things Swift related. So if you have questions, not just about charities, but about your truck, about our contacts, about the terminals, please make sure to visit that flow code, and you can get all the information related to Swift on there. And next we have Yoma, and she's here to talk about Children's Miracle Network. So tell us a little bit about Children's Miracle Network.
Hi, you guys. Well, I'm super excited because we have already started our Fleet of Miracles planning. As you know, we have these amazing trucks that are out there on the road with supporting Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So it's a huge initiative that we do here, and so we will be looking for drivers to drive our 2 new trucks. I can't see much because it's a surprise and we do the big unveiling in December, so I'm really looking forward to that. And
you can't tell us anything?
Nice.
Not the theme,
no
not the color.
You can't drop the
It's a
teal
truck.
on
It has tires.
Yes.
Not the type of truck.
Well,
Nothing.
what I can say is we have an amazing patient story this year with one of the most amazing hospitals. All of them are amazing, right? But like this year, I can't wait for you to meet our patients and who will be on our truck, because you will all be, I get chills just thinking and talking about it, because wait till December and you'll see all of the amazing things. But we look forward to that. And I know with Children's Miracle Network, we do a lot with our local hospital as well. So Phoenix Children's Hospital, we're able to do a lot of different volunteer. And this October 25th, Saturday, Phoenix Children's Hospital, which we've been doing every year. So if you are interested in running, and it's actually a Halloween theme this year, so it's actually really cool. So you get to dress up in costume.
And when is that?
Saturday, October 25th.
Ooh, so it'll be cooler by then.
Yes, hopefully, because
it's a little toasty out here in Phoenix.
But I will be sending out information, so hopefully we can share it with our drivers, with our employees here at Swift Transportation, and get a good group to represent and run that awesome 5K.
Oh, I'm so excited. I definitely want to be a part of it. We need shirts. We need like Halloween shirts or something.
So you weren't supposed to dress up at all the 5Ks?
So
Did I just dress like a clown for no reason?
You started the trend.
Oh.
You did.
You were the trendsetter.
I thought it was a thing.
You were the trendsetter.
Well, we'll be there with a camera, so we can capture that moment.
Obviously.
Yes, so it'll be fun. So I look forward to seeing you all there and help support. all
Yeah,
the
I'm
great
excited.
things.
So lots of good things.
Yes.
So tell us, if somebody wanted to give to Children's Miracle Network, you want to talk about the partnership between Swift Charities and Children's Miracle Network and how that works?
Absolutely. So at Night Charities, we do something similar to Swift Charities, but it's geared more towards Children's Miracle Network. So employees, driver associates are able to, through payroll deduction, help support Children's Miracle Network, which is really cool. There are some new things that we may be introducing here in the near future as well, but more to come with that. But we are excited. I mean, if you are interested, please reach out and we're able to get you all situated.
She's just full of secrets today.
I know.
feel like
I know.
We didn't
I
get
have
into
more
it.
questions than answers at this point. Okay, well, I mean, any other secrets you want to give us a hint, but not the whole story?
Well, this is not a secret, but something else that we're also very excited about for next year is we are partnering with the Arizona Cardinals. We have an amazing fundraising opportunity with Night and Swift where they're doing, it's called the Cardinals Climb. So they're doing like this hiking experience in their stadium, and we're gonna be able to build teams at Night and Swift to help raise money. Ooh. And the donations will go to local charities that help children with disabilities. So there are different like local organizations that support children with disabilities, but it'll be an amazing experience. I can't wait for us to be able to start getting our teams geared up for that as well, and everybody's welcome to join. So it'll be a really cool.
I mean, that sounds awesome to me.
Uh-huh.
Football, charity, climbing.
Can I volunteer for it?
Yeah. Sounds good to me. Well, we can't wait to hear more about it.
Yes.
I'm sure we'll put information out on the portals.
Yes.
For our drivers to see and our non-drivers to see. So we're excited. But before we end the live, I did want to give a shout out to our vendors because I didn't want to forget that. They are the ones that make Driver Appreciation Week possible. Mm-hmm. They've been donating a ton of stuff throughout. So thank you to our vendors for everything you do and sponsors. But I did want to give you all an opportunity to thank our drivers for everything they do. So
yes. Renee, do you want to go first?
Thank you. Thank you for everything you do, not only out on the road, but for what you donate here, for what you do, for just everything. We can't move as a company without you. We can't do this program without you. So thank you so much for everything you do, every dollar, every cent. It's worth it. It's awesome, and we thank you so much for it.
And I also want to thank you. The impact that you all make on the daily basis is immeasurable. This is what you do is amazing, and we thank you every day because thanks to you we're able to have the commodities and everything that we need to live day by day. So thank you so much for everything you do.
thank you ladies for joining us, and I want to say thank you to our drivers because I feel like I haven't really had an opportunity to do that, but I understand that I'm here because of you and you pay me to be here. So I want to appreciate everything that you do. I know we wouldn't have the commodities that we have at home if it wasn't because you bring it every single day. So I'm really appreciative. I feel like I knew nothing about trucking before this job, and I've learned a ton and how important our drivers are. And I got to start during COVID, so I know some people have brought that up, but it really showcased how important it is to have drivers out on the road and doing that tough job away from their families so that we could have what we wouldn't have without them. So I just want to say thank you to you all for everything that you do, and I'll continue to be appreciative and thank you the rest of the week, but I just wanted to have a moment to thank you all because I feel like I haven't done that this week, and I really want you all to know that I really appreciate everything you do, and I'm here for you if you ever need anything. We're always in the driver group making sure that we're taking care of you, so if you need anything you could put it there. I also help with that driver engagement survey, so please feel free to take that survey, let us know how you really feel, and we want to hear from you.
Shameless plug to that survey again. Every single person that came up today mentioned something about feedback and how their business operates off that feedback. So we cannot, we ask you to do it. It's definitely voluntary, but we can't stress enough. If you give us good feedback there, so much change happens because of the feedback we get there. And every single person that came up here today talked about feedback and how they want to know how they can get better to support you. So it's definitely important. Please, if you could, take the time to do that. And then just to echo everything that everyone said as far as the thank yous. I've been blessed to work at Swift. I've met some of the best people that I've worked with at Swift. I mean, it's an incredible adventure. I look forward to the journey ahead, and we thank you guys so much for what you guys do out there.
And with that, we're going to end with a few more thank you videos from our terminals, and we hope you feel appreciated this week and every week.
The drivers out there, my name is Chris. I work in the dedicated West group here in Hoopa Valley, and I just want to say thank you for all that you do for us out there driving. I do have a quote for you from Fred Allen. If you bought it, a truck brought it. So that's how important you guys are to us, about out there driving for us, and really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Hey there, Swift drivers. My name's Keegan. I just wanted to say thank you. You guys are doing amazing out there. Stay safe. Hit the road. Keep on trucking.
Hi, this is Reed Stoltz. I'm our Senior Vice President of Logistics, and wanted to take a moment just to thank our drivers for the company as they help support our business as well as the stewards of the highways and keeping our roads safe and representing us professionally. So we hope that you guys have a great Driver Appreciation Week, and we want to give our thanks for all your services and efforts.
Hi drivers, this is your fleet operations team from Phoenix, and we just wanted to take a minute to say Thank you.
Hello, this is Stacy with the Oklahoma City Terminal. I just wanted to take a moment and say thank you to all of my drivers and all the drivers out there keeping America moving.
Hey, this is Val from Corinne. I want to thank all the drivers for being safe and for all the hard work you put out there. We really appreciate everything you do.
Hi, this is Casey with Swift in Oklahoma City. I just want to tell all the drivers thank you for everything you do for us.
Hi, from the Denver planning team, we just want to give a shout out to all our drivers out there and say thank you.
Thank you.